Welcome to Bedroom Wisdom. This is a quiet space where hearts are heard and stories are safe. I'm here to share gentle reflections, honest advice, and moments of clarity, especially for those navigating love, connection, and the silence in between. If something here speaks to you, I invite you to like, subscribe, and stay a while. Let's begin this journey together. As a psychotherapist specializing in deep relationship counseling, I often encounter individuals or couples who are in the midst of love yet find themselves breaking apart. The surprising reality is that not all breakups occur because love is no longer present. Many people still feel the emotional bond, still miss each other, and still think of each other every night. However, they choose to walk away not because the love is insufficient but because it has become too painful to maintain. Love doesn't always die from a major crisis or a grand betrayal. More often, it quietly withers away like a neglected flower, starved of care. The love doesn't vanish in a single moment. It fades gradually due to small, unnoticed actions that pile up over time. We tend to believe that a relationship can only be broken by something catastrophic. But the painful truth is that the slow death of love often stems from the subtle, repetitive behaviors that no one ever addresses. These behaviors aren't dramatic. They don't scream betrayal. They creep into daily life, disguised as busyness or personality quirks. People may even think, everyone behaves like this. But it is precisely these seemingly trivial acts that become the most dangerous. A small lie, a moment of silence, a dismissive glance, or a joke made at the expense of someone else. None of these appear harmful on their own. But when they are repeated enough, they build walls that prevent the person you love from trusting, relying on, and feeling safe in your arms. It's not always intentional. Sometimes we don't mean to hurt, but love requires more than just feelings. It needs understanding and effort. When we ignore the damage caused by small, recurring behaviors, the relationship begins to crumble just like any other. In this video, I want to help you identify the 10 subtle behaviors that slowly destroy relationships, even those still filled with love. If you recognize yourself in any of these behaviors, don't be too hard on yourself. Recognizing the issue is the first step toward change. Sometimes all it takes is one person to wake up, stop, apologize, and learn how to love again to save a relationship that seemed beyond repair. The 3 most damaging behaviors in a relationship are often not the ones that make a loud noise. They are more subtle, cutting to the core of what makes love healthy: trust, respect, and a sense of safety. Lies don't always come from cheating or infidelity. Sometimes, a lie is a half-truth, something you hide because you think you're protecting your partner. You think you're saving them from pain, but in reality, you are slowly eroding their trust in you. Trust isn't about believing the other person is always right. It's about knowing they will be honest even when the truth is uncomfortable. Every time you lie, even with good intentions, you remove the foundation of trust and replace it with doubt. The pain caused by being belittled by the one you love can be the hardest to forgive. This can happen when people mock each other, tease each other in front of others, or bring up embarrassing moments in a public setting. What might seem like playful banter to you may feel like humiliation to them. A relationship thrives on intimacy, not on making the other person feel small. Love isn't a competition to see who can be the most right or who sacrifices more. Yet, many relationships become a silent battleground of who did more, who apologized first, who cared more. If you're focused on winning, you're no longer working together as partners but facing off as opponents. This mentality prevents real communication. When you win, your partner feels defeated and the emotional distance between you grows. All of these behaviors, lying, shaming, competing, may seem like small issues, but they destroy the foundation of love, trust, safety, and respect. If these behaviors are present in your relationship, it's time to stop and reflect. Acknowledge your actions, apologize, and start over. Love isn't about being perfect. It's about being real, transparent, and willing to face your flaws together. Real love requires effort and awareness. It's not just about feeling deeply for someone. It's about nurturing that love every day, making sure you're present, being honest, and supporting each other through both the good times and the challenges. If you've been neglecting the small things, now is the time to face them. Don't wait until your relationship reaches a breaking point. Love can survive, but only if we are willing to care for it consciously and responsibly. Remember, love isn't lost in a moment. It's lost over time through the things we overlook. Let's choose to love responsibly and heal from the small wounds before they turn into scars.